Muammar Gaddafi, born in 1942 in Libya, became one of the most controversial figures of the Arab world as the leader of Libya for over 4 decades. Here's a glimpse into his story. Rise to power. In 1969, at the age of 27, Gaddafi led a bloodless military coup against King Idris I and established himself as the new leader of Libya. His regime quickly aligned with nationalist and socialist policies, drawing inspiration particularly from the pan-Arab ideas of Egypt's Gamal Abdel Nasser. He nationalized the Libyan oil industry and used the revenues to fund economic and social reforms, notably improving the living standards and infrastructure of the country. Green Book and Political Theory. Gaddafi also penned the Green Book in the 1970s, a document presenting his vision of a third way between capitalism and communism. He proposed a system he called direct democracy, where the people would make political decisions through popular committees. However, this system was never fully implemented, and Libya remained under Gaddafi's firm grip with his exercise of authoritarian control. Foreign policy. Under Gaddafi, Libya adopted a frequently hostile foreign policy, particularly towards Western powers. He was accused of supporting various revolutionary movements and terrorist groups worldwide, leading to growing tensions with the United States and Europe. In 1986, the U.S. bombed Libya in retaliation for a bombing attributed to Libyan intelligence services against a nightclub in Libya. The Lockerbie bombing. One of the most notable episodes of his regime was the Lockerbie bombing in 1988, in which a Pan Am airplane exploded over Scotland, killing 270 people. Gaddafi denied any direct involvement, but Libya eventually agreed to hand over 2 suspects for trial, marking a turning point in the country's international relations. Reintegration into the international scene. In the 2000s, Gaddafi sought reconciliation with the West. In 2003, he publicly renounced Libya's weapons of mass destruction programs, and international sanctions against the country were gradually lifted. This period saw an economic opening of Libya, but internal political repression remained strong. The fall of Gaddafi. The tide turned for Gaddafi in 2011 during the Arab Spring. Popular uprisings erupted in Libya against his regime, inspired by revolts in other Arab countries. Gaddafi's violent suppression quickly escalated into a civil war. NATO's intervention, following a United Nations Security Council resolution, was decisive in aiding the Libyan rebels. Gaddafi was captured and killed by rebels on October 20th, 2011, ending his 42-year rule. Legacy. Gaddafi's legacy is complex. On one hand, he modernized Libya and utilized oil wealth to improve living conditions. On the other, his regime was marked by brutal repression, aggressive foreign policy, and a personality cult that contributed to Libya's isolation on the